So as we said before, we said that we were going to go and add a layer here. So I'm going to go and add a layer under here. I'm going to call this color and return. And the reason we're going to do this is because we can go and start to choose the colors on the face. So I'm going to go to my brushes, and I'm going to go to my recent, and I will have the monoline pen there. That's in calligraphy, so it's in, if you're not sure where it is, it's in calligraphy. So go and get the monoline. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go and call this skin. Make sure that I'm in my color layer, just above my reference layer. I'm going to call this skin. And then my lights has gone off. I'll just pause this. All right, we've got light back. So go over to my skin. What I want to do is go and choose a light tone, which is generally sort of around the cheek here. That's very light. And I want something that's a medium tone. That's kind of just on the other side of the nose here. And then I want a dark tone, which is just underneath the eyebrows here. You can see it's quite dark under the eyebrows where the light is sort of coming this way. So again, long press. So I want a light color. That's going to go in here. There we go. I want a medium tone. It's going to come into here. It's going to see what's going to happen with that. Let's stop moving my finger. It's probably a bit, there we go. Probably want that. That is probably not too, that's probably not dark enough, to be honest. It's going, that's more like it. Pull that in and then go and get the under the eyebrows, which is quite dark. It's totally dark, that one. I'm going to put my finger on there again. Good. Going to get that dark. And you can see the 3 shades there, going from that sort of that pinky beige all the way through to that sort of dark, that sort of medium brown. Next, what we want to do is we want some hair colors now. So let's go into the hair. So you can see from a distance it looks quite dark, completely black in some points. So let's go and get that. There's some sort of beige colors there. That's some highlight, and it probably isn't that far away from the skin, to be honest with you. So let's go and get a medium color in there. That medium brown, very similar shades here, and then go and get a very dark sort of, that's kind of on the verge of black there. So there's my colors, there's my skin and my hair. So I know that I can go and tap on those at any point, and I can just go and long press on those and pick them up very quickly. What I want to do next is start to think about where the lines are. We build up the colors from the light to the dark. We don't go dark down to light because it's daft to do that. So what we'll do first is we'll go into the hair, because that'll probably be, no, in fact we'll go into the skin. We'll actually go into the skin. Let's not confuse things. So let's go and color the whole face in, including the ears and the mouth and the neck. And probably what I'll do is go down into the neck, because we're going to go and add some pieces in there later on, and we can start to sort of edit it all out. Next, I'm going to go and just color this in. So I'm going to go and pause my video, and then I'm going to go and put the right brush on and make sure that it works properly. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do now is go and grab a brush. I'm going to go and get a medium brush, which is in painting, and it's usually there, the medium brush. And then I have set it to about 20%, but you can see probably around about 13 or 15% is about okay. And capacity and opacity is at 100%. So as I go into this now, is I want to go and get into the hairline, but not completely. We've got room to move in here because we've got the outline already. And so as you paint in here, let's go and get the right color. There we go. As you paint in here, it should start to match that light skin tone. And because we're underneath the eyes, we're not going to sort of disturb the eyes too much. And then we're going to color the whole face in. It'll look quite strange to begin with, but as we start to add shade and shapes and that with the mid-tones, everything will start to appear. So I'm just going to go and pause this. Okay, here we are. So you can see how kind of strange it looks with just a completely flat color. It looks rather strange. But I've just coloured in just around here, just filled it in. I left the neck off. I said I was going to put the neck in, but it's probably better to go and draw that in later and put the drips in. Because later on, we are going to put a layer underneath it all as well, and then go and paint a white outline so the actual picture sort of pops off the page, and then we're able to go and put a flat colour on the top. The eyes do look kind of sort of menacing at the moment, but we're going to go and add some shades in. Next, we're going to do some hair. So I've got my color here. What I'm going to do is add another layer just on top of here. So I'm going to go to my reference layer, which is just underneath, and then put a layer on top of the reference layer. So it's underneath everything else for my hair. So I'm just going to go and add a layer in there now and call this a hair. You can do the same. Like this. And then I'm going to use my basic color. I'm going to use the darker color this time because it's the other way around. In fact, yes. I'm going to start with the darker colors just along here, and then build up the layers on top, and then mix and match those layers now of color within that hair. So I'm going to start off with maybe the medium color. I'll have a look, but you don't have to watch this, and I'll explain to you in a second. Okay, just before we finish off on this bit here and we start to add the shades in the next video, here you can see I've got a medium tone for the hair, and I've got a flat color just for the face. Next, we're going to start adding tones, and then after that, we're going to start adding just tiny features such as highlights and things like that to the face, especially where we need to sort of shape the nose and the nostrils and what have you, which are kind of around here. We're also going to use the layers, and we're going to start to manipulate the layers, especially where we have to sort of make sure that we've got colors for the lips and things like that. But we're going to show you how to do that next. So next, we're going to start adding highlights to the hairs, and then we're going to start adding highlights and dark tones to the skin. All right.